TV. Today, we are looking at some of the guitars that famous people play.
Famous
made
people?
by Fender. Absolutely. This is what happens when you get really good and you make money out of playing guitar and people buy your records and come to your concerts, and then brands like Fender go, would you like a guitar?
Excuse me.
Would you like a guitar?
Yeah.
And this is what's happened for artists such as Cory Wong
Brent Mason.
and Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say Kenny was probably the first dude to have a signature Fender way back.
Yeah, true.
So Kenny
Very
Wayne
true.
Shepherd, I'm going to go to Kenny's guitar now. He's probably my favourite of the three guitar players.
Is he?
Just as in, you know, stuff I like.
Style-wise.
Kenny, I'm sure he won't mind me saying, actually, if you want to watch an interview of me actually talking to Kenny, go and watch it up there. It was on Zoom back in lockdown times, so
Yeah,
it's
a couple of years ago. A year
No, it's
ago.
just the beginning of this year.
Was it?
Well, it depends
Can't
in
remember.
fairness when you're watching it. Of course, it could be a couple of years ago.
Could be.
Anyway,
Uh-huh.
So Kenny, I guess, was probably the first of those sort of very young guitar players that came onto the scene that were going to be kind of like the new Stevie Ray. And he probably didn't want that label, or maybe he did, I don't know, but it was, lots of guitarists have been labelled that kind of, you know, he's the new Stevie
There's
Ray.
a lot of influence coming from, from him.
But he can certainly play, and he plays in that kind of, you know, rock, country, blues kind of vibe. You know, he's got some Stevie chops. He's got a lot of his own chops. But he's always played Fender, and I remember I want to say back in the 90s, he had a guitar with like I think it had like some sort of black Go Faster stripe and a weird sort of almost like Celtic motif on it that was his signature Strat from way back then. Anyway, in 2020 or 2021, I forget now, probably 2020, he had a new signature Strat. It's been quite a big gap between the two. Don't think he's had any other ones. This is American, so built in the same sort of style as the American original, so it's got like a vintage vibe to it. It's a chambered ash body, really light. Feel how light that is.
Yeah.
So, chambered ash body. Everything else is, you know, maple neck, rosewood board. Gone for the sort of the 70s bound kind of vibe with the block inlays, almost like a, kind of looks like a jazz bass or something kind
Matching
of vibe.
headstock.
Yep, so 60s style headstock though, but matching the colour of the body in this sort of translucent light blue, pearly guard. Kenny Wayne Shepherd Bluesman Fender pickups on it. And it's basically, it's got a sort of it's just got an old school vibe to it. The neck is pretty big, pretty wide this way. Not too.
It feels like a normal modern sort of feeling.
Do you think so? I didn't get that.
The lacquer on there is kind of, it does maybe confuse the hands ever so slightly.
I got that slightly bigger kind of vibe out of it.
You got small hands, Lee.
Well, that's
Makes
true.
things look bigger.
Got this kind of hybrid trem system on here, so modern style, you know, block saddles, but the 6 screws holding it to the body, so like a vintage way of attaching the trem system to the body. No pedals into a relatively clean amp. Sounds like a Strat, right?
But it sounds like a good Strat to me.
It does. It's a nice. It's got that
full fat sort of low end in it.
So neck pickup, neck and middle. Middle. Middle and bridge. And bridge. Bridge is that kind of very vintage, I kind of feel that's a bit hit and miss for some players. I think some players want that fatter, more modern kind of bridge tone, but it's very vintage. I would typically use this. I've got this with a Greer light speed, so it doesn't add a lot of gain, but yes.
That's like a tube screamer, at least a tube screamer.
Yeah,
You know
tube
what I mean?
might have a bit more gain, might it? I must admit, not much to dislike about this.
No?
I mean, the visual, I'm not sure if I'm a super big fan of pearly pick guards, that kind of thing. It's almost another nod to Stevie, isn't it? In that kind of, what did he have? That double bound red Strat, I think, with the pearly guard on it. That was
Pensacola or something. I don't know.
Was that? Yeah, I'm not sure that ERA. I'm not sure that was a Strat, was it?
I think he had a.
But that kind of slightly more blingy Strat that Stevie had.
I really like that because you can go and buy a Strat and it just has got nothing else on it. At least it's got a block inlays and the stuff around the thing.
This isn't Stevie. This is Kenny.
Yeah, it's Kenny.
So yeah, great. And
Nice
again,
guy.
if you're not familiar with Kenny's music, go check it out. Got loads of albums out over the years, and they've all got some real smoking guitar stuff on them.
Absolutely.
So, anyway,
Absolutely.
that is the Kenny Wayne Shepherd signature Strat. Links below.
And while you're down below, please like and subscribe because we didn't say that in the beginning. Always like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Notifications?
He's speaking Danish again.
Okay.
Which is weird considering he's from Holland.
Yeah, and live in Belgium.
I should say, price-wise as well, I think, do you know what, I'm going to show my ignorance here. Somewhere between £1,500 and £2,000 is what one of these will cost you. A bit of a wide gap there, I know.
Yeah.
But anyway, links below, you can go and find out.
Yes, which leads us onto this, which for a long time I've wanted to play because I am I love Brent Mason, a guitar player, Nashville guy, does loads of stuff. I mean, again, just Google is your friend on that one because
Is he one of these players where you look at his CV and it's just like, oh, everyone?
Yeah, it's literally everyone. And so he's got an original, which he thought was a 68 until Fender took it apart, took it in, because they actually replicated and made a custom shop version, which was really expensive. I don't know,
I think we've got
30.
one.
Have we?
It's about 10 grand.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're more than that. So, but they completely and it gets all relic and everything, so it looks like the one that he has. And this is then the more affordable version of it. It's still made in America, and it's got some things on it which is just so unlike a Telecaster, I think, or maybe not. I don't know. It depends on where you are and what you do with your Telecasters. But you got Spurzl locking tuners on the back here, so that's one. You might notice this little thing sits a different place, and that's for a reason. You've got a Seymour Duncan mini humbucker here. You've got a stacked hot Strat in the middle, and it was a hot
stacked telly again.
Stacked telly again. So all the pickups are quite hot in here.
He's a big Seymour Duncan guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
Brent. Yeah.
And he's a great player. I mean,
great pickups.
Great pickups, great player. I love this kind of primer grey.
Yeah, what's the deal with that then? I wonder. Is it just because is that just something he's done himself?
Yeah, I think maybe he did it himself. I'm not quite sure. There is a video which I didn't finish watching on the Fender website about him talking about the original guitar.
Right.
And you might notice there's 3 knobs here and a.
It's a real mishmash.
Yeah,
I've just realised it's got a gold control plate with a chrome bridge and chrome tuners.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a real what?
But I think that's just how it. I don't know the story of it, so because I didn't have time, I'm afraid. So sorry about that to all your Brent Mason fans out there. But you've got a push-pull here, which activates the pickup in the middle, and then you've got a volume for the middle pickup. And if it's in the other mode, you've got a volume and a tone, and this is always a tone. It's quite confusing, but I think if you have a guitar like he does, all of this stuff comes so natural to him all the time because he exactly knows what the guitar is and what it does and where the pickup goes and all that stuff. And then, kids, this is the thing. It's got a B-bend on here. Now, I'm sure in the box it comes with some little thing, but I made my own little device out of some camera bits and some another bit for a microphone stand.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you just need
this is not
strap lock will be in the bag.
There'll be
case
something in the case with it, right? So, and I think about 2,300. I'm not quite sure. Just check the links below. Tones. Now, here's the problem. When that's pulled out, you have a normal Telecaster.
Normal.
Nothing, actually, you don't have a normal, you have a non-normal Telecaster. Because you've got a humbucker, and we talked about the mini humbuckers.
We did.
I'm getting into the mini humbuckers. I want a Telecaster with a mini humbucker in the neck. Because, and listen, it's just so fat, man.
It is.
Instead of the big humbucker, mini humbucker in the neck on a Telly. I think I want that. And
Or
here,
a P90.
bridge. Not a P90, it's a completely different sound.
No, but I mean, that's another good
Oh,
sound.
it's a great sound
P90
for
in the neck,
P90 in the neck, absolutely. So you got you got that, and you got that, and in the middle, you got both because it's in like a normal Telecaster in the middle. So. Neck is 60s, very rolled board, or not very, but it's definitely a rolled board. Satin finish, so easy to play. I think it's got 10s on it. It feels like...
He's a real man.
Maybe even more. So that's your just normal sort of telly. I keep saying normal telly, it is not a normal telly at all, is it? So volume back, and then when that out, this doesn't do anything, right? So I push this in, turn that down. I've got that now, and then I've got these two, and then all. Becomes much
and they're
fatter.
all wired like a Strat would be, so they don't kind of build up to like full fat humbuckers. They give you those sort of more like those positions 2 and 4 type tones.
And you can hear that when I then turn this down. When this comes in, you can hear how the other pickups comes in and fills it up. So there's a lot going on, but you know, it sounds great. That's Thorpe, Fat Journal and a Dane.
Seymour Duncan do killer bridge
They
pickups
do.
for Telecasters.
They do.
If you want slightly fatter, they just...
I mean, I can't play like him, he's a killer player, but the tone is great. Did you notice what I just did?
What are the famous chords that
Did
you
you
can
notice?
do B-benders?
I've never played a big bender before. This is the first time I've ever played
Somehow or
it.
other, Pete, I've got to... Can you stand up? We need a camera angle on this bit, and then Pete to play a chord and show you what's happening.
So you can see...
This is how the B-bender works.
You see that? So you can bend it up. So a minor third. So it's like a blues. Or you can go... But you have to control it, right? You have to know.
For sure.
So because you can go too much, or you can go too little, or you can go. It's
a real art,
honestly, this is
isn't
the
it?
first time I've ever played a B-bender before.
Who are the sort of famous B-bender guys?
Well, wasn't it Clarence White or somebody who was the first dude?
I mean, I
don't know.
kind
I'm
of
not a
associate
B-bender
it with
kind
a
of guy.
country thing, but when you,
Timmy
you know,
Payne
just
to do
doing,
this one?
there's a few
knows?
players like, you know,
Albert
I mean,
Lee.
there's Rich Robinson from the Black Crows.
Yeah,
and
Albert Lee for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not a... It's definitely, I have to learn it because I'm going, whoa, what am I doing, you know?
It's a pedal steel thing, isn't it?
It's a pedal steel thing on a guitar.
Yeah, on a guitar.
There's a guy I saw on, because you can see here, it's got this little extra thing with the... See, look at the string, how it goes up and down, right?
Does Tom Bukovac use the B-bender
I'm not
thing?
sure. He must do. He's an amazing natural guy. Anyway, just take this tone out here on the back.
Okay.
I'm bending it with the bit. And you can go. You just got different chords all of a sudden. I really like this guitar, man.
I
It is
thought
a
you were
cool
getting into
guitar.
I feel like if I ever met Brent Mason, I feel like I'd ask him how often is he in physio for shoulder pain, because it's like it must be putting a lot of
And it's also
strain on that.
This strap is not great for it.
No,
because,
I bet he uses a different strap.
It slides up and down, so you don't get any. You don't get any sort of stuff. Anyway, man, what a cool guitar this is.
Very cool guitar.
And I love the colour.
They're about 2,200. And then from one
Glazer Fender.
phenomenal guitar player onto another.
Yes.
Pete, do you want to do the?
Well,
in
I
fact,
can-
I'm gonna. The first thing I'm gonna just do. Pete's
Yes.
gonna do the playing. But what I need to tell you. So Cory Wong, again, humongously popular guitar player, known for his crazy funk chops. Oh yeah, we had an interview with him as well, which you can watch up there. Crazy funk chops, lots of solo stuff, lots of stuff in all those kind of super groups that you see. Anyway, so he has a much more modern take on a Strat. And the reason I'm holding it next to the Kenny Wayne Shepherd thing is one of the things that you can't really see in isolation, but perhaps if I put two guitars side by side here, can you see that the Cory Wong is very slightly smaller? He basically asked Fender to just scale it down just a little bit.
But that's just the body, right? So the neck is the same.
Yeah, neck
Headstock is slightly stiff and apparently.
I just heard it was the. I just heard it was the body, but maybe it's the headstock as well. But can you see that? I mean, maybe if I put one in front of the other,
that's
can you
so
sort of
difficult to
see,
see, isn't it?
That the
Your
can
leg
you see
is further down.
Kenny Wayne is maybe slightly bigger.
Maybe it is slightly bigger,
It's
yeah.
pretty marginal, isn't it? Anyway, so the Cory
you can
has
feel it
all
immediately.
the kind of modern
Yeah, it does
features.
feel. It feels slightly smaller.
So we've got all the kind of like Ultra D shape neck profile, compound radius fretboard, locking tuners,
Contour on the heel, all that stuff. It's more like the Ultra, isn't it? Yeah. Cool color here, like a nice, sort of a matte finish like this one. Matte blue, see-through.
I think they call it sapphire blue, don't they? Or something?
I like
It's
it.
like another kind of Cory Wong, but you can't get that color on anything else.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
it is
other
smaller,
guitar
it just
players.
feels smaller.
I want to say that Bonnie Raitt did something similar to this on her signature Strat way back when.
Really? Well,
Shoot Me
Cock
Down-
does it. His is bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, he goes the other way.
He goes the other way,
Nu-
he's so
Nuno
big.
Bettencourt famously did that on his N4.
Yeah, smaller,
Make
because
it
he's
slightly
a-
smaller to
yeah.
sort of. But yeah, I think Bonnie Raitt did it first. I mean, again, Fender fans will correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it's just very, very slightly similar. But look, let's talk about the pickups, because
that's
they
all
are
I got.
definitely a little different again. So he has his own signature set with Seymour Duncan again. There's a theme here, isn't there? Two regular single coils, neck and middle, and then a stacked single coil at the bridge, so that will be a bit fatter sounding.
Yeah.
And then this crazy thing, it's like, I guess Cory Wong's sound is position 4, lots of compression, heavy funk chops type vibe.
Yeah.
So basically, he has a quick way of getting to position 4,
Yeah.
regardless of where anything is. And that is just to pop the back tone control out. So you can
Yeah,
literally
you pop
say,
it
"Ah!"
up, and then it's
And
straight
then
to the middle, to these two
Yeah, it
pickups.
doesn't matter where the switch is.
No.
You're just.
So if I'm on the back here, I go straight in there. I mean, one thing I must admit, because he's got this sort of, I'm not sure, he's playing this kind of, a lot of that sort of stuff, and these vintage kind of.
Yeah, that's pretty.
The little things comes out, and then that's the thing. That's one of the things I'm not so keen on the vintage saddles, where that one you glide a little bit over it. You don't really
I think
scratch your hands.
that is something where you would absolutely take just a plain old metal file,
and just file
kind
them
of
down.
because that is, I mean,
'Cause I would rip
those
my hands
vintage
off.
those vintage grub screws. If you play heavy palm muting on the bridge, either that or you get really big calluses on the sort of side.
Well,
palm
that's
of your
also
hands.
that's also from doing other things. Anyway, let's get some tones. Here's the neck position. That's I've got a Fat General on the juicy side.
I think Cory Wong's sound. If you take the compressor away, it loses.
Well, let's
that
try to
sort
take
of,
the compressor away. It still sounds good,
but not. saw he was all over YouTube earlier this year with the Dirty Loop stuff that they were
nominated
doing.
for a Grammy, I think, as well.
That's a band.
I mean, it needs that. I mean, 2021 has been the year for signature guitars all over. There have been Mark Terry, all sorts of people have had signature guitars come out this year, haven't they? Middle position. It's proper. It's that
Super
sound.
fun.
I love that sound. Yeah. Position
wah-wah.
4. He's got that. He's got that. That kind of. I love that.
You were playing something there that was straight out of that kind of Prince era when he did the Batman theme tune.
Yeah.
And that super funk stuff. And I'm pretty sure from the interview, didn't Cory say didn't he from the same town as Prince? And there is like
Minneapolis.
I'm pretty sure there's a Prince, like not a musical connection, but just like a big influence and where he lived and all that kind of stuff.
I've driven past the house. Paisley Park. I mean, it's a great sound with that compressor on it. And here's the bridge. He's got this fantastic technique where his whole hand is just like doing that, you know. It's just. I don't know. You could check him out, and then the interview lead it with him was up there, and then taking it out, just put it. Nice.
Oh man,
it's good,
that
isn't
is
it?
so fat.
Let's just see what it does.
Oh,
with
he's going
a bit of gain.
dirty.
Neck. That's a nice Strat on it.
Would you
really like to play
do the
this.
honours, because you didn't play this one, did you? So just play out on this one.
Hang on, just 1 second.
Okay.
I'm in the middle. It plays really, really nice. This guitar, it really does. It's got that ultra feel to it, which is just great. These two together. Nice guitar, man. All right, so the same tones as I just had with the Fat General and the Dane.
You can see that the guitar's a bit bigger.
You can see it, can't you? And
yeah.
I can feel it. It. Actually, I don't mind it a little bit smaller than that. Same tones, or you can hear more, much more There's much more hum from it because you got the hum, the dual, what is it called, stack. More of a classic Strat tone, right? Much more, and the accent on this is slightly higher than that one. And I think the neck is just more chunky on the neck, you know. And the fact that there's a lacquer on it, I really like this guitar. Sounds great, feels great, looks great, matches my pink. Anyway, there we are. That's three cool signature guitars.
Three signature guitars, and that's not the end of our signature videos because we're about to go and do another one with some other guitar players.
Other people. I wish the people were here. We can all have them in the same room at the same time. Wouldn't that be cool?
That's a much better idea. Famous guitar players of the world, as you are touring the UK and driving somewhere between London and the South Coast, just pop your head in.
Pop in.
Come and tell us about your wares, pedals, amps and guitars. We'd love to meet you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anytime, anywhere.
Yes.
Not anywhere here, but here.
Any place.
We'll come to you.
That's Martin. Okay, let's go. Bye-bye.
Like and subscribe. Love you. Bye.